Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two running backs who are hoping for plenty of running lanes on that field today. It's Zeke Elliott's Cowboys going up against Bell's Steelers. The towels are out, but it's set to be a cold one at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. That's where we'll say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, despite the elements, these fans here in Western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Godden on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
Is it really true that last year he became just the 10th player in NFL history to top 300 career touchdown passes?
How about that?
I mean, where is time gone? I feel like it was his rookie year, and he had a great winning streak to start off his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the best part about his game, 2 Super Bowl rings.
And his 5th Pro Bowl a year ago as well. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The starting lineup offensively for the Steelers, and you figure, CD, the running back position seems to be in good hands. Le'Veon Bell not on the scene yet, but they expect him to be there when the season starts.
They certainly do, and when they get him back, they'll get a terrific runner, a guy who can catch the ball, a great space player who can also run inside. But they did backstop themselves well in the draft, didn't they? If for some reason Bell doesn't make it back, James Conner's been awfully impressive.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
It got his man complete. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 46 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
For a 4th-round selection, Dak Prescott looked as comfortable as a rookie quarterback could look right from game 1. And by the end of the year, accumulated a lot of statistics, but the biggest one, 13 wins, which tied him with Ben Roethlisberger.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been two ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys' defense is characterized by its cohesiveness. When you look at them position by position, you're not often impressed. But when you play together collectively, as the Cowboys did in 2016, you find a defense that ranked number 1 against the run and were a tough team to solve for everyone who tried to move the ball against them.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And James has it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down.
Jesse James, 10 catches, 131 yards in the Steelers' 2 playoff games last year. A more than reliable tight end, a guy who can create big-time plays downfield. But let's face it, partner, you love calling that name in a game, don't you?
I do. But as we saw right there, he's really reliable on third down, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Jesse James.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And before this series gets rolling, you know, a story, very feel-good story. Cowboys' 3rd preseason game. Nice to see Jalen Smith out there, wasn't it?
I almost get emotional talking about this because when Jalen Smith was in college at Notre Dame before that draft season, I had him ranked as a top player in college football. And when I saw him get hurt in the bowl game and then to hear the extent of the injury where people said he may never play football again, for him to battle his way back and be out there in an NFL game and then to see him perform and see him like Jalen Smith of old, that's pretty darn impressive. My hat's off to that young man.
Prescott now. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. You look at QB rating. Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who he finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. Yes. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. Prescott now on second down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Cole Beasley was a really reliable short-range target for Dak Prescott as a rookie. I really think those guys help out young quarterbacks right in their sight lines. Slot receivers, tight ends, and I think they had an excellent connection.
Easily setting career highs. Beasley, 75 catches, 800 yards, both best in his career. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And tough starting field position here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And a long way to go. They started that drive at their own 3, and they scored 3 from it.
What an excellent job by an offense that could have very easily just said, okay, let's just take a few plays safe.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Steelers are happy to be in front, and they'll look to play another solid half of football. The Cowboys, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. All right, let's roll those highlights. Third down from the 22. Roethlisberger looks long here to Brown. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 32-yard line. Steelers now later on the drive. On the run, this is Le'Veon Bell. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. First and 10, run play here, and the ball comes out. He'd end up picking up 23 yards on this play. Offense out now after the fumble. Roethlisberger's going to shift out to the right side, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score as they move out in front, 14-0.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Again, it's Elliott looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Sammy Coates now to return it. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And now out come the Steelers. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 44 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he loses the football a second time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to put...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
First down, Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second down, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow, because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.